cleanser, so welcome to this month's reset. What are we going into? April. I thought I would film a bit of this, how I'm resetting today. I'm probably going to be resetting over the next few days, so I thought I would just bring you along with me. I'm not going to lie, I have been in a slump for most of March. I feel just really down and yeah, just rubbish. Right, I need to get going. Really down, really rubbish. So I thought I need a reset. I need a complete reset, a house reset, a mind reset, a me reset. So I thought I'd start it off by going to the sauna. So as we speak, it is Saturday. I want to reset my month and I'm going to do that. I found a place, it's kind of like a wellness clinic near me, which I kind of love. And I found this place that does infrared sauna. So I'm going to go and I'm going to give it a go. They actually do all things like oxygen tanks and a cryo something, like something chiroplastic tank. Can't remember what it's called, but basically I spent the night last night kind of resetting my brain a little bit and resetting myself a little bit. It's like a nice long bath. I didn't do my hair because I'm going to the sauna today, so now in fact, so I thought what I would do, my hair's gonna get all like hot and sweaty at the sauna anyway, so what I thought, I will just put a hair mask on like I have and go to the sauna, kind of reset my body a little bit. I'm just going to sit there and read my book and just kind of have a bit of calm. I feel like this last month has just not been calm at all. It's been chaos. I've been running after the kids. Honestly, let's be real. So I'm not gonna lie, the kids have been driving me crazy the last month and I just haven't had the patience for it because I haven't felt great in myself, and that's okay. I don't feel like it's okay. Honestly, I think us mums have so much mum guilt if we shout or we do anything like that, so I hate that. But instead of dwelling on that, I thought, right, reset. It's Mother's Day tomorrow actually, so we're going to go to a garden centre. That always makes me feel good, and I'm going to start doing the garden because it's starting to get sunny, you know, just all the things. So today is going to start off with a bit of me time in the sauna. I'm then going to reset the house a little bit. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, so we are going to go to the garden centre and just have some holistic time together and at home. I think Craig's going to cook a roast so I don't have to do anything. I haven't read my book for a few days, and I think that always winds me up a little bit as well, and that really shows that I haven't had any time for myself. We're coming up to the Easter holidays, so I just really want to get the garden sorted so that the kids can play out there if it's nice, and just, you know, all the things. So I watched YouTube last night and some TikToks just to kind of get, I don't know, sometimes I need to watch some stuff to get some inspiration on how to reset myself, maybe some new ideas. And yeah, I thought a sauna would be great. I actually bought myself a earthing sheet, which is really interesting. It's something new that I've come across, and you basically, well, it's a bed sheet, but it's supposed to ground you. It's weird, I will say, because it's almost like electricity. Not electric, but you plug it into the wall, like a heated blanket basically, but it's supposed to give you the waves for like the same as it would walking on grass. So I thought I'd give it a go. So I bought that, and I'm gonna fit that on my bed tonight. And yeah, just we're doing all the things, the sauna, the bed sheets, a bit of a reset of myself. So I had a bath, I'd done an everything shower apart from the hair, and we're just gonna go with that. And then I will sit and do my journal and maybe give you a few reviews, even though, well, actually no, I did finish my second book, so I'll give you a bit of a review of that and a few programs and all of that. So if that's if you want a bit of inspo today, follow along,
friends, and welcome to this episode of Feng Shui Living Tips for Busy Women. I'm your host, Lisa Morton.
OMG, I love this. This is like a whole sauna to myself. Me time. Brilliant. Get back home and reset. I'm pretty much on track with this. It's about 11 a.m. Let me pull it up. It's about 11 a.m. It's about 12 now, so I just need to do a little bit more, but pretty much on track. I have had a bit more than this as well in the sauna, because I had water there and had some water there just to rehydrate myself a bit. You can see these balloons here. So for those of you that don't know, I mean, they look terrible there, but I am starting to kind of do my own like party business. Excuse my hair, it's got a mask in, and it in the sauna it's all come out. But I'm trying to start up very, very lightly a like local party business, somewhere that I can do balloons, and if people want further things, but these I was doing like a balloon bouquet for Mother's Day, so that's what they are, and I think I'm going to do a similar one for Father's Day, but just kind of bit here, word of mouth, that sort of thing. So that's what I've been doing. Okay, so I am finishing this video off with a new camera. Bear with me if it's not working. Actually, let me try this is the microphone. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Right, let's try this. So I'm going to clip this on here. So last month I actually sold a load of my cameras to be able to get this camera. So I'm actually using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So yeah, let's see how it is. So I'm just sat here actually editing this video. So I thought I'd finish off by going through my month and my kind of last month's reviews and stuff like that. So I've got myself this new matcha, which I have showed earlier on in the video. It's got like strawberry, normally oat milk, but I've just gone with normal milk today, and then my matcha as an iced drink, because now we're going into April, that's what we're going into the matcha season for me. So kind of winter season, I have my mushroom coffee, or I tried that this winter and really have enjoyed it. And then as we go into spring and summer, I switch to matcha because I find it a bit more refreshing. So if you didn't watch my last video, this is the journal. This is a prototype journal that I am currently kind of making, so I thought I'd go through it with you. It is not by any means finished. I have, however, gone through, I've done a bit of a video of how to use it, and this is just the prototype. So I will probably, if it gets to making the actual how I actually want it to look, I'll do a full video on how to use it. But today we're just going to go through this month. Quick overview. I've kind of called it the Mama's productivity planner, and what I want this to be is a planner of all sorts. So it's kind of got your monthlies and dailies, as well as at the beginning it has birthdays and yearly trackers and budget planners and to-do lists and all of the like. At the back it has contact list, password tracker, notes, party planner. I kind of want a travel checklist in here as well. So I made this up to see not just my opinion, but a few others' opinion, how I can make it better. So definitely follow along on my Instagram and here on YouTube if you want to kind of see where this is going. I'm kind of like making this along with you. So if you have any ideas what you would want in like a full-blown planner, let me know. This is quite thin because I've only done 3 months of this, whereas I want it to be a year-long planner, undated, so that you can start at any time of the year basically. So this month we've started with a quote of a strong woman didn't become strong overnight. She became strong by overcoming all the things that were meant to destroy her. I kind of need to hear that this month because I have had a low month, I'm not gonna lie, like the last few weeks. So kind of like March blending into April has been tough for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's just been a bit overwhelming with the kids and so on. So not just with the kids, just in life in general, but trying to do life when you've got 2 little lives to look after, it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I just want to sit there and just do nothing and just let myself reset myself a little bit, and it's not always easy to do that, but that's where this planner kind of comes in a little bit. So the first of like section of the month is the monthly month at a view. I color code my stuff a lot so that I can easily see what is happening. So I know I've got 2 weeks here of blue, which is half term, which is a lot. So I knew when I was doing this, I had to kind of fill those days, or half fill those days a little bit. And also I've got yellow here for Keelan's birthday. So all the things we're going to be doing on Keelan's birthday. Purple is things for me. So because most of this month is actually half term, I've included a night to myself and things for myself. So I have booked myself for this Saturday a head spa. So it's one of these like ASMR kind of like head massages, but I went the extra full and got the neck and shoulder massage as well. So I'll let you know how that is next month. And yeah, I went to a sauna, as you saw at the beginning of the month. So I'm actually doing this a few days after. Like I said, this is over a few days because I just didn't have the time, and last week was a lot. So yeah, so we're going on with that. So I went with 3 goals. So at the bottom here, I have 3 goals that I should accomplish this month. And for me, that was calligraphy, because I really want to get into calligraphy. I think it's quite mindful and just a good like hobby for me. And I've got 3 calligraphy kind of sets, like tutorial things to get through that I got 2 years ago. So I really want to do that at some point this year, hopefully this month. I done it last month, like put it as my goal last month, didn't happen. That's life for you. So calligraphy is my number one goal. Wellness routine, which I feel like I'm slowly getting into bit by bit. And then also set up the garden, which I actually think is pretty much there for me, because that's what I was doing a lot of last week to kind of make myself productive. So I kind of gutted some areas, put some new flower beds down. I made a little cottage area for the kids. So this Wendy house I got for my son on his 2nd birthday, and it's still going strong, just needs a bit of a lick of paint in some areas. But what I've done is I planted some wildflower seeds around the cottage and some other flowers. I had a bowl of hyacinths and snowdrops and daffodils, so I've planted them all around the garden where it was quite bare, and there's not a lot of flowers in this garden. I done the back and I raked it all out and planted some vegetables, which again give me so much joy. We've set up some of the garden, there's still stuff to do. There's an area that's kind of what I call the dump area, but we are gutting that out, and that's where the swimming pool is going to go this year. So there's lots going on, and I did do that last week, so I feel like that goal is already done. Like there's only so much you can do, but setting up the garden, like the kids already, it's the beginning of half term, have been able to go and play in the garden, and it's been lovely. So 2 of the goals are already pretty much there, which is quite nice. My favourite section is this monthly meal prep section. So here we have the your month at a view, and then here we have your shopping list. So 1, 2, 3 and 4/5 depending on that month. In the notes, I put the meal preps that I'm going to make. So shepherd's pie, mac and cheese, they're normally my go-tos. We've got a few days away because it's half term. We're taking a few trips. And so I have highlighted those in orange to show me that I actually don't really need to do a meal prep that week. Just probably bits and pieces to take in the car for our journeys. But we're mostly going to spend that money that week on dinners out, because we are like away. So that's that. And then, but it's helped me with the other weeks, and what is great is this is right in front of your month of at a view, so you can kind of relate it back. Like I know I'm out on the 7th, so I've put something easier for the day of the 7th, and so on. So that's what I like about that. And then I go through and do my shopping list per week, all in one spot. My to-do list is quite big today, or this month. I've got lots to buy. We have events. I had one for me, which is the head spa, which I'm doing this Saturday. Some DIYs, just loads of things. And then here is just so this is like my categorized to-do list, and then this is my brain dump of just loads of different things, stuff that Craig needs to do, stuff that I need to do, stuff for the school, just anything. I just put it down here. I've even got a section here that says text/sort, because I have to sort a few different things out. I sorted out a mum's vineyard. We have a vineyard around here, so I sorted out a mum's, like school mum's vineyard evening, because they have events up there where they kind of do Motown music, and you pay like £40 and you get your wine, your music, your wine, a paella dinner and a dessert, which I think is really good, and we all can just walk there, and it's just really nice to have something like that. So it's kind of things like that I need to but it's all the texting that I gotta do. So there's doing that, paying things off, and so on. Then I go into my weekly and it gives me a breakdown of the day. Like I've said before, I want this a bit bigger, so I'm going to make this a bit bigger, and so you can really write down what you need to do. I go from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And what I have been doing is color coding this a bit, so I can actually see what's for me and what's for who and so on. I do this in my Google Calendar as well, but I quite like having a written one as well. I like a bit of both. So in this section, I have all my to-dos for that week, so I can kind of break it down a little bit more. So yeah, so let's go into like the review of the month to finish off this video a little bit. So we are now reviewing March. So that's last month. So I'm going to take myself back a minute. And I've written here, so I've already rewritten this. So month of March was actually a month of socialness. We had a lot of birthdays. We had sunshine. I went away for my greycation, which is like a stay at my sister's, and that was at the beginning of the month, and that was really nice actually. We just kind of stayed at my sister's, who doesn't have kids, and we just had a couple of nights there and we caught up with each other. One of my sisters lived quite far away, so it was nice to get her down, stay at my other sister's, all three of us there. I actually have more sisters, but it was just the three of us, and we just caught up and we were laughing until the early hours of the morning on one of the nights. And it was just really nice not to have to get up for any responsibilities, really. Spend the day in our pajamas. We're all reading the same book at the moment, which if you watch my last video, it's the Cottagecore series, which I'll give you a review on in a minute. So it's nice to kind of just talk through your book, read a bit of your book. We watched some films. We actually watched 13 Going on 30, which is a old film from when we were quite young, and it just felt quite nostalgic to sit and watch that, really. I'm already in my 30s, but one of my sisters is actually turning 30 this year, so it's quite nice to sit and watch that as well. Yeah, so core memories. Obviously, greycation, that was really cool. World Book Day with the kids, that was really fun. I actually made Alana her caterpillar outfit, which she really loved because she loves Hungry Caterpillar. And then Keelan was Harry Potter, simply because there was a load of superhero outfits, but I didn't really find anything else, and I didn't have time to find a different costume for him. Whereas next year, I kind of thought for next year we might do one of the Julia Donaldsons, maybe the what is it called, Highway Rats, because our surname is actually Ratford, and so I feel like that's quite a good one. I went for a night out at Las Iguanas with a couple of mums. Las Iguanas and Boom Battle Bar, because we like to play a bit of a game. I think it kind of breaks up the evening, especially when these are new people that you're kind of going out with. I think it's a great way to break the ice. Pottery painting. So I went to this really cute, it was almost like an industrial estate, but farm industrial estate. So it had like a little cafe, it had a play school, it had a hairdresser's, but they also had a pottery barn, which was really cute. And I met one of my friend's friends from her work and stuff like that. And it was just, it was really nice actually to have a day, a nice Sunday with my friend, meeting some other people who, one of them was also a mum as well, got on with them really nicely. But I just really love like creativity and crafting and painting, and I will try and insert a clip of my mug. I really liked it. It took me a while to paint this, but that's what I wanted. I wanted something intricate, so that it took me a while to paint and just kind of enjoyed the downtime. This month's wins are, I think last month we were really, so this, when I say this month's wins, that means last month. So that month's wins was, you know what, we were quite skint. We struggled to make it through, but we made it through. And I don't know, that just feels like a win to me because we just really pulled together as a family and done some cool things. But like on a tight budget that particular month. So I like that. I also read my book. So one of my goals was to read a full book, the full second ACOTAR book. And I loved it. And I'd done it. And I'd done it within the month. And I don't think I've ever done that. Or since when I was young, I read Harry Potter, the third book, in a week. But to read a book, a big book as well, in a month, it's just crazy to me. So I'm really happy I'd done that. One of my things, if you saw my last video, the thing that I wanted to do throughout March was make time for myself to bath, like actually bath, not just a shower. Don't get me wrong, I shower, I clean. I just wanted like some actual bath time where I could sit there, read a book, doing everything kind of bath shower type thing. And I managed to do that a couple of times. So more than a couple of times, maybe once a week, which is the goal that I wanted. So that was a win for me as well, that I managed that. To improve for next month, which is this month, is further decluttering. And also Keelan's birthday is next week. So I'm kind of decluttering as much as I can, ready for new toys to be brought in. Exercise. So I do want to lose another stone. Whether I do that within the month, I don't mind. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to do much exercise just because, like I said, last week wasn't great. And then, so we're going away in May to Cyprus for a wedding. And I just really want to fit into my clothes comfortably and feel good on the beach. So yeah, that's kind of a goal. And I actually spoke to my husband today, and I think I'm going to join the gym. We haven't, since moving here, we haven't joined a new gym, because we couldn't really find the one that was local. But I have found a new pure gym, so I think we're going to give that one a go. I've been really reluctant to join the gym. I've bought weights, I've bought like all sorts so I can do it at home, and I'll still do stuff at home, but I think there's nothing actually beats going to the gym. It gives you a little bit more motivation. And I tried gymming it this morning and it did not work, especially with both kids here. I put my mat down, I walked over there to get a drink, the mat is gone because one of them has moved it, the dog's running around, one of them's crying, the other one wants a snack. It just doesn't work, like not in the day at least. And then with how everything's going at the moment, I just can't get up extra early and do it here either, because my eldest follows me down, which is fine. I actually think it's quite good for them to see, but I just want that time for myself, basically. And then at night, it just doesn't work for me. I'm too tired. Like, I have to just give in to that. It just doesn't work. So morning and afternoon are better for me. And I think going somewhere will be better. But I have stuff here to carry on if I can't go to the gym. So if I at least can go 2-3 times a week, I can do the other 2 or 3 workouts here at home. I think I would just feel better for that. My self-care non-negotiables this month are exercise, reading, and gardening. So we're just going to finish off with the life balance section. So personal, I feel like a 2 was last month. I just didn't get a lot of time to myself. I didn't feel too great. I think even though I did a lot of fun things, I just couldn't wind down, couldn't switch off, and just found it really hard. Work was a 3. I did stuff, but I actually think I did too much and burnt myself out. So I have actually made the executive decision to just slow it down a bit. I was actually going to start a podcast like this month, next month, and I've got the content for it, but I've written the content, I haven't filmed the content yet. And actually, I think I'm going to wait till like September when Alana goes to nursery. I have a bit more time and I don't need to stress myself out about it. I think I'll carry on these videos for this time. These videos will still be coming, but I do want to add on a podcast video type thing for here on YouTube. And yeah, it's something I really want to do, have wanted to do for a few years now, but it's just finding the time. And like I've said before, we don't really have people to look after the kids, and nursery, we just can't afford that. So I do a lot of things with the kids at home. We're in this like weird bracket where we don't get any help from the government, but which is fine, but I also don't get any help family wise either, so it's a lot on me, which is why my content's sporadic sometimes. Finances, like I said, it was a skimp month last month, so that's a 1. Wellness was a 2 because, again, I don't think I got any time for myself, which is why I felt so burnt out by the end of the month. Even though I went out and stuff, I was driving here, I was doing that, I was taking Keelan to 4 birthday parties last month, and it was just a lot. And then, yeah, whereas social was a 4 because I was very social, but almost too social. It's finding that balance, isn't it? And then hobbies was a 2. I got to do bits and pieces, but I didn't do my calligraphy, but I did read. So again, yeah, it's finding that balance. Here's a quick breakdown. Firstly, let's start with the book I finished that is taking over my life, but in a good way. This is the Court of Mist and Fury. So this is the second book in the ACOTAR series, which is taken the internet by storm for a good reason. It's amazing. Like I said, this is quite a thicker book than the first one, and I love it. Everyone said that this is the best one in the series, and I haven't finished the series, so I can't confirm that, but I can say it's amazing. Such a good story. Love all the twists and turns. Brilliant love story. I mean, I think online everyone says how spicy it is, but there is some spicy content in it. But I'd say like that much of the book is spicy. The rest is just a love story. The spice is right at the end. So if you're looking just for that, I wouldn't recommend it. But the story is, I would recommend. I absolutely love it. There's kind of, I mean, I don't want to say too much because it's the second. So if you haven't read the first, I don't want to give stuff away. But there's kind of like a bit of a love triangle. But there's more than that. There's like a new family and new friendships formed, and just the setting of the place. So if you don't want any spoilers, just fast forward now. But there's a place called Valaris, and I want to live there. It's amazing. It sounds beautiful, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm on the 3rd book now, which is really cute because it's this pink one. And it's a little bit bigger than this. So the fact that I'm getting through these, I'm really, really chuffed. My sisters, however, read it like this. And they're done. It takes me the whole month. It takes them like 3 days. So they need to slow down. A series that I've been watching, okay, I haven't watched much TV or films, so I can't give much reviews, but I have started something, which is like a weekly thing, which I'm quite interested to give my review on. It's the Stacey and Joe series. So this is Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash. I guess she's Stacey Swash now because they're married. But it's called Stacey and Joe. It's on BBC iPlayer. It's only had 1 episode, and I really enjoyed it. I love their content. I love her content anyway. I love her. Fun fact, she actually, I believe, went to my school. She was the year above me. So I kind of have already met her. But I just love what she's done with herself. She has, for those of you that don't know, she has this kind of land, like this cottage, large cottage, I think it's in Essex somewhere, and she has, how many kids? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 children, and ducks, dogs. I think they're getting chickens soon, and they just have a really fun family personality. So it's just really a really fun watch, and I really have enjoyed watching it. Actually, I watched it with my husband and we found it really relatable, actually. I think we see a lot of ourselves in Stacey and Joe, which I feel like a lot of people do, which is why they are so successful. So yeah, so if you haven't already watched that, there's only been 1 episode. I think the second episode is tonight, actually. It's on Tuesdays. So stay tuned for that. Then a film is, we actually watched Gladiator 2. And you know what? I didn't have high hopes for this at all. I love Gladiator. That's the kids. I loved Gladiator 1 so much, and I just didn't know how they were going to top it. And I wouldn't say that they have topped it, but I did really like the story and I liked what they've done with it. And it kind of feeds it is actually like a sequel. It kind of feeds into the first Gladiator, which is what I liked, rather than just be a complete different story. So I really enjoyed Gladiator 2. So I liked the aesthetics, I liked the men, and I liked the storyline. So I think they did really well with it, actually. Anyway, I feel like this part of my video is always going to be like 10 minutes long, and then it ends up being 20 to 30 minutes I've been filming. So hopefully I can cut it down a little bit. So we're going to go into April feeling good, getting stronger, and focusing on our wellness. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see how this month has gone, then follow along for the next video. I want to do these at least once a month until I can do more, but just to kind of show you how I'm using my planner, how my month is going, a bit of a record for myself, but also just doing content. I didn't get this camera for no reason, so let's do this together. So follow along. I'll leave all my handles in the description, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.